Hey, I guess I'm live on YouTube. I probably could have done this better. Like, there's the camera. I guess I overthink this stuff a lot. I like the idea of having the camera in one place and then the chat in another place. I just feel like it's kind of far. Maybe I can move this. I always set up and then I'm like, I go live and then I start actually doing it. And I'm like, that's not how I like it. I shouldn't have gone live. Wait a minute. Let me stop and start. I'm like, no, I'm already live. It's fine. I can just adjust while live. You guys are pretty cool with that. So, but this way, when I look over here, that's too far again. Can I move chat? That's like, I don't like that angle. I like. Please don't cry. Hey, spoilers. Pop out chat. Okay, so chat can go there. Yeah. That's where I want chat. Okay. Sorry, had to rework and flip this to get it the way I wanted. But I like it. Like I was saying, I like when I'm live that I look at the camera when I'm talking, and then if I'm quoting someone, I'll go, "You are adorable." So then you know I'm quoting chat versus "You're adorable." That's me saying, like it's someone else saying it. I feel like that works. I feel like you guys understand that, the sort of head turning this. You're amazing. Thank you. So I wanted to do my ghosting thing here. It's funny because a lot of you are coming from Facebook. I was on Facebook talking about it, and I'm a comedian and performer. I kind of used Facebook a little bit as like my open mic, my warm up, because I'm like, I'm gonna talk about it all over again on YouTube. Like I'm not gonna I thought about recording and doing the same video. I'm like, no, I'm bored enough and not like rehearse. I need to kind of get in the habit of kind of rehearsing and talking about things again and again and again. But I also wanted to talk about ghosting in general. So as people, this cross media stuff, I was talking with someone and having a back and forth. It was going pretty well. On a dating app, we exchanged numbers, then we're texting. So we went from app to texting to then I was like, hey, why don't we meet up? We met up, we sat in our cars, we talked, and it all felt like it went really well. Then afterwards, I'm talking to a friend of mine about what I was doing, and she's like, no, I love it when, talking about texting. It's like, you say anything afterwards? No. She's like, I love it when guys say they had a good time, that they follow up right after the date, letting you know. So I did that, and then I didn't get anything. So it was a sign of, hey, there's a lot going on. Let's meet up. And then I was like, hey, it was nice meeting you. And for a good day or two, nothing. And then trying to reach out with a joke a few days later, nothing. You could feel it. You don't, when you're talking back and forth and it's going well, and then suddenly it just stops. So I tried calling her today, went right to voicemail, so I'm pretty sure I'm blocked after all of 2 texts after 1 meetup, blocked. So I'm ghosted. I've been ghosted. I was trying to think of other times I'd been ghosted before, which that's been a while. I remember a long time ago I was ghosted. It was 10 years ago. The girl just stopped talking. We met up and that was fine. It hurt, but it's the thing. I was working a lot back then, so I just kind of forgot about it. She was really nice, but that was a different girl. And but this time I don't have anything to do. I'm so just I'm gonna do this and what I'm doing in this is talking about being ghosted. I don't have a lot of distractions right now. Yeah, you can't ghost people in 2020. Believe it or not, so she doesn't have social media. We never exchanged social media. She doesn't know any of mine. I have a lot. I have, I work with other performers and stuff, so I have a ton. So I don't have any of hers, but I'm a little blown away that you would ghost someone when it's like, how many phones do you think exist in the world? You blocked my number? Like, I can't just get another phone and like call you and be like, hey, so what's up? It seems like you blocked me. I don't know. I don't get it, but I do get it. I get that we need to recognize the differences in how genders are and the reactions to things, and that men can be very confrontational. And I am a man, whether I care if you call me one or not. I don't care, FYI. Just kind of like a retread. I'm non-binary, but at the same time, I know I'm tall. I know I have a deep voice. I know I'm biologically male, and I'm fine with being identified as male, but I'm fine with being identified as female. I'm fine with being identified as they, them. That's me. That's my personal journey. Other people aren't necessarily like that. So respect what they desire, but I don't desire anything as long as, you're just talking to me. I really don't care what you call me. He, she, they, them. I don't care. Anyway, that being said, by and large, I am a male. So, and I, by and large, date women. So she did what she needed to do to feel safe. That's mostly what I feel, is that I unfortunately got lumped in with all the other men, or maybe she had a bad incident, something happened, and she doesn't want to have to let me down easy or talk to me about it. And that ghosting felt like the better option. Or she did it on accident. Maybe she accidentally blocked me instead of replying. Maybe she meant to copy and paste something I said to someone else and she hit block and she didn't mean to. No, she either unmatched or deleted her dating thing. Like, I went to see, like, because we were still matched, she's gone. So, not the case. People are like, oh, maybe she's dead. Alive enough to get on her phone and mess with the dating app thing. So she didn't lose her phone. She's alive. You can't accidentally block someone. You can. I know that's not what happened, but you can. We weren't really dating too, like, oh, the decency of like breaking up. We weren't really dating. We were just getting to know each other. And I think ghosting's such a weird term too, like ghosting. Like, ghosts bother you, isn't that like, oh, a ghost? Like, I what's like it's like nothing. Like, what is it really? It's, who's someone that went missing? Like, the Jimmy Hoffa you or something? Like, who's a famous missing person that just like pieced out and disappeared? That's what it is. Yeah, I'm all like sniffly because I was crying at the end of the Facebook video. I wasn't crying about the ghosting, although I'm really tempted to cry about it. Because it sucks when you meet someone and you're feeling the vibe, like you want to keep talking to them, you want to keep getting to know them, and you're just like about it. And it feels like they're on the same page because you're having this back and forth, and then just the cutting off. So yeah, I think it's worth being upset over. People say, "Oh, move on," whatever. I'm like, no, that sucks. That's something that totally sucks. Because you don't find that every day. Believe me, I don't. If I found it every day, I wouldn't be upset like this. I mean, if you find it every day, lucky you. Yeah, ghosts are generally invisible, disappearing act. I hate when I pause in here. I don't mind pausing. So it's funny. Like I said, I just did the Facebook thing. I don't really care about the Facebook thing. Facebook's a mess. I don't take Facebook seriously. I don't know if you follow me on Facebook, but I mostly just troll people on there, and I post screenshots of people. The recent one, I wasn't even trolling the person. They just like posted a meme with like fake corpses or whatever, and I think they thought someone was trying to pass those corpses off as real, like, but it wasn't. And I just was like, but they're not real. Like, they're clearly not real. And I don't think anyone's trying to pass them off as real. I don't remember what I said, but they got super mad at me over it. Called me unfunny and blocked me and stuff. I'm like, okay. Sometimes I'm actually actively trolling people, because Facebook is just a dumpster fire. It's just full of just dumb people. I don't even know how else to explain it. They're just dumb. They think Bill Gates wants to microchip you with a vaccine. So I went to Facebook to kind of get this all out first, and I'm like, I'm going to keep the best parts because I want to be able to do that. I used to be very good at going on stage, saying words, and going, this is what worked, this is what didn't. So I didn't like keep notes or anything. I haven't reviewed the video. So normally that's probably what I would do, is I would watch the previous one, consolidate it. But I'm like, no, there's things that stuck out in my head and things I didn't say. And yeah, because what if this is she's had a bad issue, but I don't know. I get really dark with it, like what, I was posting on Twitter, like I could just post her number on here. I wouldn't do that though. That's really bad. I wouldn't want to be known as a guy that does that. Is another thing. I don't think people realize, like, I joke about that. Then, so she is someone that ghosted someone. She has to live with that the rest of her life. Like, she's got like another week that she could get back to me, and I'd still probably be like, it's cool. Like, I get it. You took some time. You're busy, whatever. But like one more week after that, she is someone that ghosted me and didn't even that's the way she lives her life. And that sucks. Like, people are like, you don't want to date someone like that. I'm like, no, I really don't. I really wouldn't want to date someone that's how they live their life, is ghosting and hurting people. Because if she's done it to me, she's probably done it to other people. And that's super messed up. And I don't want to stoop to her level and like make it work. Like, I don't want to escalate it. I don't want to be that guy that's like, I'm going to post it. I say those things. Like, I talk about, like, I'm going to, talk to her family and everything. And like, it's like, actually I am that bored, but then I'm that guy. That I am forever the person that when I was ghosted, when I was clearly and obviously not for that person, that this is how I took it as a result. I don't mind being that guy that jumped on social media and YouTube and wanted to talk about it. I feel like that's something I'm comfortable with. I feel like that's something that I can live with. I'm sure there's some people that probably would go, I don't want to date Oliver. See what Oliver like made like a video about being ghosted. Like, dude, suck it up, take the L and move on. That's fine. And if you tell me that's why you don't want to date me, then you are more respectful than a person who ghosts people. Yeah, I don't need someone that makes me a priority. I get there's a lot going on right now. Like, get someone that makes you. There's a lot going on right now. People have different lives, and I'm just getting to know them. So if you can't get back to me right away, like, I'm cool. Like, maybe I came off as needy because I wanted to talk, but they were replying. So it's just, there's all these things I get in my head, and that's what sucks about ghosting someone, is don't do that. Like, I don't know. You're just getting to know someone. You're trying to figure it out. You're trying to get to that point where you can find, because relationships are work. That's the thing I think a lot of people don't realize, and maybe this poor unfortunate girl doesn't realize, is their work it's not just magic. It doesn't just happen. It's figuring out the boundaries and people and where you're gonna push and pull and everything. So some people are okay with not talking for a couple of days. Some people aren't. And I'm, there's different levels. You're like, well, you have different things going on, and sometimes you need your partner there for you all the time, like right now, like, oh, these next few days, like I really need you. And then other times you're later, like, oh, hey, how you been? Like, you can come and go. Some people are okay with that. Some people like don't. They just want to be with their person all the time, and both people want that, and both people are okay with that. But everyone's different, and it's part of figuring it out and figuring out a relationship. And so I'm getting hoarse. I hate that. I hate when I have to get up to get water. I'm so unprofessional. I didn't leave. Why do you guys watch me? I'm so bad at this. I am so. There's so many like better lighting people, etc. They're so much better at doing their YouTube stuff than me. It's just sitting right here too. Like I'm an idiot. I just have my cup. I just forgot to get it. So let me start reading chat. Don't mind me while I drink some water. Was I reading your mind? Maybe. Maybe I was reading your mind. Maybe I'm reading all of your minds right now. That's what I was actually doing. Wouldn't it be cool if I could sing while I was drinking water? When I become big, this is as big as I'm probably going to get. Let's be real. I have like about 10,000 followers. That's cool. And if I get any bigger, first of all, how? I don't think I'm getting any bigger. Like I was on like NBC at a TV show and it went viral. Like this is probably it. Let's be real. But also if it gets bigger, it's going to be harder for me to do stuff like this. I like this right now because I can look at chat and go, hey, how's it going? And it's kind of slow. And that's cool. If it got a little bit bigger, I could probably handle it, but even more, like if it was just diarrhea text. Yeah, but I don't count 14. You have 14,000 bigs. I don't count most of those. Well, not half of them, I guess. Or what's the real number? I don't count a third of those. So I feel like I probably only, like realistically, I probably really only have like 200 followers, like 200 people that actually watch my stuff. And then there's 10,000 that like will see that they're still following me. Like they haven't unfollowed me. But yeah, ghosting. I mostly just feel bad for myself, obviously. But I wish I conveyed that I'm the type of person you could talk to, that you could tell me things, that we could be friends. We clearly can't be now, but even still, like, it's just like there's opportunity in life. There's a lot of opportunity in life, and to completely and totally dismiss somebody is not a way to live life. You never know. You never ever know when you're gonna run into someone again, or what opportunities and things they have. Like there's people I tried to date and it didn't go anywhere, and I hope they're not mad at me. I hope they're not bitter about it. It just didn't click and it didn't go anywhere, and I hope that's okay. I don't know how they feel about it. And I wouldn't tell any of those people like you're awful and you don't talk to me. I think I've done that once before, but I learned to not do that. I learned that's not the way to live life, because again, you never know when you're gonna. Life's bigger than the small moments. It's so much bigger than a guy you talk to for 2 days, because you never know when that guy you talk to for 2 days is suddenly friends with one of your friends. Who knows how that can happen? I'm not saying that's gonna happen. I'm not stalking her friends and finding what they have in common with me and things we could maybe. No, I'm not doing that, but. I do live in a small area. Sonoma County is not that big. So I'm like, why would you cast someone aside? Like unless you're planning on getting out, like, oh, you're moving during the coronavirus. Like you're even still, people cross over a lot. And it's like, don't ghost people. Don't. Also, she blocked me. That's another thing. I'm sorry, just checking in on chat real quick. And in dating and everything, I want to tell people, do not block someone. that you're getting involved with, unless it's called for. Sometimes you need to block them. But so in the coronavirus era, we did hug, we did touch. So I would say that's not something you should, write off. Oh, it's probably fine. Like, if I got corona within the next few days, I would feel like, if I started feeling sick and like knew I had it, I got tested and knew I had it, I would absolutely contact this person from a different number, 100%, and tell her, hey, you know how we met up last week? I've got it. Because that's what you do when it comes to STDs and things like that. So we got limitedly involved, but I think no, you need to leave it open for these reasons. Because if you get involved with someone, it's happened. You get more intimate with somebody, and then maybe you stop talking to them. A month later, you might need to tell that person something, or they might need to tell you something. So don't ghost people. Don't block people for no reason. It's the thing too, I'm like, I wasn't even doing anything to warrant being blocked. Like, it was 2 messages. So I'm like wondering, at what point, where did you block me? Like, on the drive home? Done. Trash. Moving on. Can't believe I met up with that guy. You're going to Santa Rosa right now? Wow, okay. I don't want to feel like I'm entitled to anything too. I am literally just some stranger. You don't have to talk to me. You don't have to get to know me. I'm a pretty cool guy. I don't know. I want to focus on the topic of ghosting because I did title this as ghosting. So I'm trying to think of other stories, because I've done a lot of dating. Here's the thing. All right, hold on. Everyone, pull up your chairs, sit back. Oliver's going to get into his dating history here a little bit. So, really big piece of advice. This is one of the biggest pieces of advice I can give anyone, is be careful who you take your advice from. So I preface, but it's basically I'm prefacing the advice I'm about to give. Do not take marriage advice from people that aren't married. Do not take relationship advice from people that have never been in a relationship. And do not take dating advice from people that don't date. So people who are married aren't dating. They're married. So you can get marriage advice. So if someone's been married for 20 years, 8 years, 5 years, they're not in the dating world. So do not take any marriage advice from me. And I am not married. I cannot give you marriage advice. I can, however, give a plethora of dating advice. I've done a lot of dating. I don't like to brag, but I feel like I've probably been on, so if you consider any person you've met up with from a dating app, like if you first started talking to them on a dating app and then you physically met in person, if you consider that a date, which I don't always consider that a date. Sometimes it's a meetup. But for conventional reasons, to just call it a date to make it easier, easily over 100 dates, first dates. Easily over 100 people. That's on top of all the people I didn't meet up with. And there's like phone conversations and back and forth messaging, etc. That's also easily over 1,000 people that I have communicated with on dating apps, etc. More than just probably 2 men. I mean, like, really talking. So Here's a time I was ghosted before. This is a previous ghosting. This is not the same ghosting story, and I alluded to one earlier. Not that one either. But I was dating somebody, and it was I was doing comedy at the time, and it was rough. You know, comedy's hard. That's another thing. That's a whole other thing. And I take it hard sometimes. It's up and down. Sometimes I'll be doing really well, have really good shows, have bad shows, but getting paid well. It's like, who cares? And because it's you, it's all you. You're 100% of the thing on stage. You're the writer, the editor, the actor. You're everything. So when you get off stage, if you sucked, you failed at everything. So she was at a show with me, and it didn't go well. Not like it went bad, like I've been heckled and stuff, and like just really completely and totally bombed, but like it was pretty quiet, and I wasn't able to really make anything really happen on stage. And it was kind of a hard crowd. Like that does happen. That is a thing where the audience isn't really ready for comedy, and they don't really want it, and no one's really able to break the ice. So other comics went up, and they all did better than me, but no one really like hit it. So after the fact, I'm able to think about that and go like, well, I was not for them, and no one really broke the room. No one really got them really hyped. But at the time, the date, I took it hard. It sucks to have she was hot. Oh my God. The hottest girls I've ever dated. And she was wearing a dress and everything, and just, oh man. So yeah, it didn't go well, and I was probably kind of a butthole the whole rest of the night. You know, and it's hard because I'm trying to entertain her, and she was a little bit of a princess. I'll admit, she is, as a really good-looking woman, she's probably used to men, you know, like buying her drinks and just showering her with attention and stuff. And I tried to make it pretty clear, like, look, I'm a comedian. I'm a bum. I'm broke. I'm poor. I'm funny. I'm tall. We weren't really vibing anyway. She was a girl that was like really into basketball. But again, this is where I'm an idiot. Go back to that. So it was kind of a bad date, and a lot of that was my fault. I know that I could have rolled with bombing a little bit harder on stage. I didn't really know to do that. I don't bomb often, not to brag, but usually my awkwardness pulls people in. If I'm not doing well, I am able to flip it because I'm so awkward, and I'm so like, I just go deeper into that. So when I bomb, it's rare, and I don't know what to do. Because when you bomb as a comic, sometimes comics can save themselves from a bomb. They can get out of it because like that it's not going anywhere, but so they know how to, they change it up, they change their energy. I don't really change my energy. I just do less. Like I can go make you really pay attention. Like I can go bigger, I guess, but at the same time, like if it's not working, more energy is probably not going to help anything I'm doing. So with that and with dating, that date, again, didn't know how to recover the date in the same way that I didn't know how to recover the bomb. And I could have done something. Although dating is not a one-way street. You are not alone in that canoe. You are not the only one paddling. She could have also done stuff for me. I don't know if she recognized that I was having a rough night at all, but she didn't really do much to lift my spirits and like help me out. She was kind of matter of fact, but at the same time, like it's what I do. I don't need you to hold my hand. It just would have been nice if I did better. Anyway, all that. I wanted to see her again, but I was having a hard time talking to her because she watched me bomb. We had kind of an awkward time afterwards, and I kind of didn't talk to her for a little bit. Like, she probably could feel and sense that, where I just stopped talking to her. Then out of nowhere, a little while later, I tried like messaging her again and start saying stuff to her. And I never like asked her out. Like, I never made it clear like I wanted to see her again. I was kind of fishing for like hoping maybe, hey, like I want someone who wants me. But then eventually stopped talking to me. Then I messaged her a long time later, like months later, and she blocked me on everything. So Instagram stuff, everything. I didn't notice it right away. I actually did notice it for like months. I'm sure she did it right as soon as I messaged her. But did I have a point to that story? Was I bringing that story up for a reason? I guess it was a time I was ghosted. I feel like I need to pick my nose because I was crying earlier, but I can't tell. All right, chat. I want to make sure you're not ignored. Well, I need to scroll up a little bit. You guys were saying stuff. I wasn't dating the whole town. I dated all over. Yeah, did I have a point to that story, though? Like, does anyone want to fill me in on why I was bringing that up? But you can recover dates, I guess. I don't know. I don't think you can recover from ghosting. I've like, there's like articles and stuff, I'm sure, like how to get unghosted. Not if they block you. Use a different number. Yeah. But if a date's not going well and you think you're interested in the person, like you gotta give them one, I'd say a second date. Is maybe end the date early and be like, well, hey, like having a rough night, like let's meet up again another time. Don't bring your dates to comedy shows if you're performing in them. Super don't do that. I feel like I really lost my train of thought on why I was bringing up that date story. I just wanted to brag that I went out with a really hot girl, and she was really hot. Everybody there was like, what the F is she doing with Oliver? People were talking to me about it for months afterward. I need water. But they were like, what is this? And she was there to see me and hang out with me, and it was pretty cool. It was pretty neat. Actually, that was a cool lighting effect, but it is a little warm today. Do I do my own makeup? Yes, I do my own makeup. That's why it doesn't look good. Yeah, ghosting is it just makes the person who ghosted miserable. Yeah, so I mean, I kind of ghosted that person, and then I tried talking to them again, and then they ghosted me. We kind of ghosted each other, I guess, in a way. And then because I'm creepy and weird. What do you want from me? I wanted to talk to her again. I hit her up on Instagram or something like a little bit later, and yeah. Someone's phone's ringing. Whose phone is that? It's not my phone. My phone's right here. I don't know if you guys can hear that. But how all these messages on Facebook. I'm not on Facebook anymore. I'm on YouTube now, everybody. This is where the focus is. That's not my phone, so I don't have to worry about that. Oliver, people disappoint you. I find movies, travel books the best. I had tons of friends in college. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to feel better about this whole ghosting thing. I just, man, I super want to try to find out what it was. Like, what triggered her to block me? Because, yeah, I don't think I did anything wrong. Like I've talked with people about it. Like, I normally would not have messaged her afterwards, but I was encouraged to, and I was excited. I did kind of want to let her know, but I don't feel like that's a thing to worry about. I just was like, hey, it was nice. Come on. It's a little sunny today. It's warm. So I'm actually trying to use natural lighting. I get a bit of criticism for some of the videos I do because I don't use real lighting. I have lighting issues. I don't like the light bulbs I have. I don't know if I've talked about this before, where I don't have a lot of money. I bought some light bulbs and they're the wrong color bulb. Like, they're too yellow for the lamp I have. And it's like, I need a new lamp. I need new light bulbs, whatever. I'm like, but I really like using the monitor for lighting. I put it on white and it looks really good. It gives the kind of contrast, but it does wash me out and it doesn't look that good on the webcam. So natural lighting, the sun is really great lighting. So it's 2 p.m. here. I'm exhausted already, and the sun's kind of coming in a little bit. I'm a little bit backlit, but this is I don't normally do this kind of lighting, but I wanted to take advantage of it and try it and get a video where I looked a little different than the normal. I like the creepy dark ones too. I don't want to act like I don't. I totally like those videos. So I'm totally adjusting my belt too. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah. It's hot in Iowa. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm glad it's sunny today so I could try this out. But I'm not doing the thing I told myself to do, which is look at the camera when I'm talking and look at chat when I'm quoting chat. I look good though, don't I? It's a contrast. You need a lot of black lights to do black lighting. I have one, but to really do it for film, you need a good amount. I don't know if I actually have the best camera that'll pick up the low light. I don't know that much about this stuff. I talk like I do, but based on the equipment and the things I have available, I think I would need several more black lights to do proper black lighting. Probably one of those big bulbs on top of the other thing. So yeah, I'm supposed to be talking about ghosting because I wanted to stay on topic because I titled this video, but at the same time I don't really care. It's my YouTube channel. No one's gonna click the ghosting video and be mad that I talked about other things in the ghosting video. There's a live stream, so yeah. Is that obvious? I'm really tired. I need a nap. I'm exhausted. This ghosting thing. Admittedly, it stressed me out a bit. Like it sucks. She's really, really cute. She's into a lot of the same stuff as me. I don't get it. Like, I was talking to a friend of mine. She's like, I don't get it. She's like, I wouldn't do that. I don't get it. I'm like, I know. I don't know. I don't know what it was. maybe she did accidentally block me. Like, really though, like maybe she accidentally blocked me and she was feeling really bad for herself, like really upset. Like, I can't believe this guy isn't getting back to me. Like, maybe she tried to text me, or I don't know, and she couldn't. I mean, so she goes on the dating thing, was like, forget this, just I'm over it. Like, I thought that guy was really cool, but he's not talking to me. I know, I can't say that kind of thing. Like, we all know that's not what happened. Actually, we don't know what happened at all. Who wants her number? Kidding. Okay, so people are asking me questions about something that I didn't address. So I want to do that in a different video. I'm going to end this one and talk about that, because I want it to have a different title. I'm going to talk about other things. I'm going to end this one and talk about other stuff. So that's been the ghosting video. I'm going to do a regular live stream now where I just talk to you guys. So I'll be back in however long it takes me to. I'm going to probably adjust things, but then I'll be back and we'll be live. So see you after these messages or something. I don't know. No, thank you for joining the video if you watch this not live, though. I also appreciate that.